welcome back. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Talkative Sports podcast. We're back with you, and as always, there was a lot of action both at the weekend and at the midweek with the last round of group stages for the Champions League. Now, we're not going to start with this. I don't think we're going to be talking much about my squad today. So I just wanted to give a cool shout out to Man City. We have the youngins out there. They showed up. Our future is looking bright. They went out, got us a win. It finished 3-1. It's unfortunate we weren't able to keep the clean sheet, but we had some 2-1 actually. It's unfortunate we weren't able to keep 3-2. It's unfortunate we weren't able to keep the clean sheet, but our defense has been leaky. That's something that's been consistent. It is what it is. We'll get it fixed out. But happy to go 6-0 in group stage play as it is. So happy to be undefeated. Hopefully we can take that all the way to the final. Now, with the positive out of the way, we look to the red side of Manchester, where red stands for pain, suffering, and all of the above. So with that, they lost at the weekend. They lost to Bayern and have been jettisoned from Europe entirely. Not even Europa. They're just out. With that being said, we've had some pretty, I guess astonishing isn't the right word. We'll say shameful. We've had some pretty shameful UCL exits over the years. So my first question to you guys is, where do we rank this Man U one? And just as a preface, they finished bottom of their group and are now in the history books for the most goals conceded by an English team in the group stage.
I think they might have the record for most goals conceded in the group stage.
Period. I know for
Yeah.
sure it's English club.
Celtic matched them with 15. Okay, no, it's not. But for English club, definitely. It was probably at the start of the day. I think they had it for this this edition of the Champions League. But ranking them as far as flops, or the biggest flops, as far as England goes, I say it's a. Uh, I mean, they were definitely expected to get out of that group, so it's a pretty bad flop. Pretty terrible flop for them. They could have at least dropped into Europa. Um, One of their biggest fans, Mark Goldbridge, was here comes Manny, was predicting a win for them this year. So yeah, it's a damn shame for Man U. But as far as ranking it, I can't really think of anyone in recent memory that just completely flopped out among the teams I expected to get out. I'll give Newcastle a pass this year, and yeah, so it's definitely up there. As far as ranking it amongst the biggest flops, I'll say yeah, it's definitely at least top 3. It might be the worst, honestly, because I really can't think of another like a top team that just flopped out so spectacularly and didn't even drop into Europa League. Like usually, if they flop out, they end up in Europa League. I haven't really thought of a team that was supposed to be there that just completely failed like they did. So it might be the worst.
Zach, what do you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say Barcelona, but at least they ended up in Europa League. So yeah, this is probably the worst for Man U. But I mean, like they always say, that it can only get better from here, right? Or maybe
No, not for Man U. No,
same,
not for Man U. We'll get to that. But go ahead.
or maybe not. I mean, this is rock bottom for them, at least in the Champions League. Um, it's not over for them in the Premier League yet. It's, I mean, obviously top four. It's not over for them with top four yet, but obviously my prediction for them to finish seventh is looking pretty good. Um, but yeah, this is the menu we've come to expect. Very inconsistent and leaking goals, bad defensively, and it's showing. Especially in when you're playing against other teams that have been champions in their respective league, or at least top four, top two, whatever. It's gonna show. Yeah.
Honestly, I think you guys are being kind of soft on them. I expected more energy, more disdain, because this was a shameful performance.
Do we really
This
think
was a shameful, shameful, shameful performance.
I mean,
This is the worst club performance in UCL history that I've ever seen in my lifetime. And look, and going back,
lifetime is
yes,
crazy.
yes, this is the worst group stage performance. Worst. Going back, looking at the stats, you're talking, yo, the
we're
this
talking?
is on the level of those of clubs that come out and enter the Champions League from not within the top five leagues. As a representative of the top five leagues, there's a certain standard you have to set. I'm sorry, this might sound crazy, this might sound elitist, but that's life. It is what it is. Just like when you're picking colleges, you think differently of the Ivy Leagues than you do the regular than state universities. You think differently the top five leagues than some of the others. And
Did
this performance,
this game though? Did we think that
what
we're
was that?
did we think that we're gonna win this game or qualify or anything like that?
No,
I
not at
mean,
all. Not win this
we've
game. I
called
mean,
it for like a couple of weeks now that yeah, they're not making
Yeah.
it out of the
So
group.
no, yeah, but they didn't. You're right. They didn't lose. This match isn't what lost in the group. I'm just talking about the overall performance in the group. Starting from jump, this was the goals that they were conceding, the way they were. Yo,
it doesn't mean like that all season.
that's yeah. For me, it's just shameful. It's just shameful. It's so shameful. In fact, if you told me that they would hold them off from Europe next year if they qualified just due to for this performance, or automatically relegate them from Champions League to Europa League, I would be understanding, because this was just a shameful showing. Give a Cinderella an opportunity to go give us a good story than what these guys put out on the table.
If
Nonsense.
fourth, you would still be okay with holding them back.
What is it,
Even if they finish top four, you would still be okay with like keeping them out
bro?
of the Champions League next season.
But for what? To go see what I saw this year, bro? Put them in the Europa League. Put them on Thursday. This is that. This is what they did in the group stage this season is Thursday material. That's
Did
Thursday evening material.
the Europa League? No. Okay.
Well, I mean, to add context, it is kind of shameful. Honestly, I don't really care about them too much because they're generally just a bad inconsistent team. But it
Me, I
is
guess I have to care
shameful.
because our teams share the first name. They share a same location. We have to drive. We have to go by that stench on our way to the training ground.
That's why fiery.
Yeah,
But
because
my prediction from Man U, sorry, before you go, my prediction from Man U in the beginning of the season was seventh place. So sorry, I don't have the fiery. I already saw this coming. So you finally everybody's just seeing it. Yeah. I'm no surprise here whatsoever.
I think it's shameful when you consider the context that the last time they were in Champions League 2 years ago, they finished comfortably top of their group. They were out last year, which Man City won, and then compared to their neighbors who had the treble and won all 6 games, they had a 1-1-4. So yeah, it's not a good look. FC Copenhagen is in taking their spot, and
And
Galatasaray is
yep.
Crazy.
yeah.
So Manny, let's hear your thoughts. Right now, we were discussing where we rank this UCL fallout for Man U amongst all the other knockouts that we've seen over the years.
For menu exclusively, like
No, we're comparing it to all the other ones. Barcelona being knocked out, all that and above. I think it's the worst. I think it's an absolutely shameful performance.
Yeah, the team they have compared to the normal teams who usually get knocked out, the team that Man U has now, they should at least made round of 16 or at least second in the group. Bottom of the group is abysmal. That
Bottom of the group, and they conceded the most goals ever by an English club in the group stage.
yeah, Ten Hag got well. I don't know what they're seeing him, but he might be on his way out. But that's pretty
Trust,
shameful.
trust the, trust the
That
process. Ted Hag in.
that with
The
that
process
that
is not
actually
for
takes me
everybody. We
with that
started
that
to
actually
trust the
takes me to
process.
the
Like,
next that actually takes me to the next topic on Man U. Ten Hag, right? This is up until the end of the month. This is what they're looking at. They have Liverpool on Sunday, West Ham United the following week, Aston Villa the following week, and then Nottingham Forest. Now you look at this and you would think, at worst, they're gonna win against West Ham and they're gonna win against Nottingham Forest, just off name value of Manchester United. Now, actually looking at the performances that we've seen over the last couple of weeks, it's very possible that they lose all four of these games. Does Ten Hag make it to January 1st?
If they lose all four of these games,
I'm just saying, period. I believe that they're going to lose. I believe that they're going to lose at least three.
damn.
I don't think they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose maybe two, but the other two will probably be wins. Knowing them, like Man U always manage to scrape by. Me personally, I don't think Ten Hag should deserves to live until the transfer window. I think they need to get rid of him while they can before, because you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna go on a run, easy, run of games, then get some confidence back. They're gonna be look at the table like, oh, we're only so points behind this person. Okay, we can still make a run. And then Ten Hag will somehow slum it to the end of the season, and it'll just be another disappointing season for them. So
They're only one point
I think they need to cut ties
behind City.
as soon
They're
as
only one
possible.
point
Yeah,
behind.
I think it's either like 3 points behind Man City.
That gap's going to increase. Don't worry.
Yeah, actually it's 6 points now because they lost to Bournemouth 3-0. And yeah, so now it's back to normal. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're 6 points behind. They're valued fourth place. So
Okay, so we got
yeah,
Shegs
it's
doesn't
definitely gonna
Shegs
widen.
thinks Shegs thinks Ten Hag should have been out yesterday. I definitely don't think he's lasting until January. Manny, what says you?
I think he's gonna last mainly because one, I don't get. I mean, when they got him, the objective of them getting him and the way they sold it, it wasn't concrete. The team was in a place where they were looking for who's gonna buy Manchester United. The Glazers or whatever they're calling themselves just went and picked somebody. There wasn't really any like if you remember that time, there wasn't any like rumors that Ten Hag is coming here tonight. We just I mean when it was literally you heard maybe like a couple days before and it happened.
Mhm.
So I don't think they had a game plan when they got him. Like they just said, "We've seen what you've done over here. We just want you to come do something immaculate over here. We'll buy you. We'll buy you this. We'll buy you that." And yeah, it's not going the way. I don't even think he had a plan. He just came in to get the feel of how the prem is gonna be. Because when he came in, I never believed in him from the jump. Everybody was selling that oh, he brought Ajax to this, he did this to that, he did this to that. He was the mentor for I forget who it was. There was an upcoming coach that they were like, this guy is like the mentor for those people. I think it was Xabi Alonso. I don't remember. But everybody was bigging him up. I'm like, this is not a prem type of coach. Cause I like 2 seasons ago, I actually watched a couple of Ajax games. Like this is not they're great, but this is not the prem week in week out that you're gonna get. He likes like hard work or rushing, like making your players run. Like yeah, you're gonna suffer in the prem. You have to run smartly. You can't be freely like where he's coming from. But yeah, I don't think. I mean, I think they're gonna keep him because the Glazers are a mess. I mean, the whole ownership and the whole management of Manchester United is in currently shambles. So I think they're gonna have no choice to keep him because who would they go for?
I mean, to that point right there, Jim Radcliffe, well, Sir Jim Radcliffe, he just got a piece of ownership, and actually he's supposed to be coming in to run the football side of things. He's supposed to be making decisions, all football related decisions, and the Glazers are now going to be just stuck over to the business side, not to be involved with football related decisions whatsoever.
When
With
is
that
that
being
gonna
said,
begin?
well, to be honest, it was supposed to be
What?
yesterday, but it keeps getting delayed. It was supposed to be yesterday, but it keeps getting, and not literally yesterday. I mean, a
Yeah,
few
yeah,
weeks back.
like a lot. Yeah.
But it just keeps getting delayed, and it seems like with every bad result that Man U gets, Jim Ratcliffe just seems to be like, yeah, I can't step into this dumpster fire yet, and just delay.
Yeah,
But
I don't even know. Was his is his purchase like confirmed? Is it like something that we know for sure is happening? Like I'll have to look up on it. I'm trying to like see if I can find anything real quick. But like if they're giving him the reins, they need to do it now. They need to do it yesterday. And his first decision has to be making a change
Coach.
at
Yeah,
the
the
top.
whole
Yeah.
hierarchy. I mean, I'm not prodding for them to get better. I don't really care. I hope they get relegated, but like they will have to change like a lot, like a decent amount, like from the management to how they, because yeah, Manchester United are not Manchester United of 4 or 5 years ago, not even close. Like off of the aura alone, like when you hear Manchester United, 4 or 5 years ago, you're going in for a fight. Now you laugh, like you do a light chuckle and pray for them, or not, but yeah, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them, but like it doesn't seem like something that has even been like officially confirmed. They're just dragging their feet on this entire acquisition thing. So long may
okay,
it
well,
continue because I honestly think Man U will just win some games they're not supposed to win, you know, and go through the cycles, and Ten Hag will still be here by the end of the season.
Yep. They're gonna think he's trust the process. He's doing it. He's doing it. He's gonna
Yeah,
say a couple of
absolutely.
things in the interview. Oh, it's not easy. We should have won. The players fought hard. Da, 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 da. I don't know if they give him a script to keep saying that, but like he doesn't know anything else to say in interviews. Like, oh, we tried our best today. We're gonna do better. The players fought well. They fought hard. I'm pleased with the way they played. You had one
And
shot on target, my boy,
and
the whole game.
and then they put Bruno Fernandez to do the follow up interview. The formula, the script they have is so
Yeah,
funny, but
it's the
yeah,
same. Like it doesn't change.
yeah.
Like, it's very weird.
I've definitely been there. I feel like I'm literally there right now. So it's
Oh,
like when
I've
you
been
have a
there.
coach that's just the same thing after loss after disappointment, it gets tiring. It gets tiring, and if you don't have strong leadership, you're gonna suffer. You're gonna,
well,
yeah.
maybe one thing they can do in the January transfer window is see if they can buy a leader. Moving on,
Yeah,
we
even
got
including Bruno, he's not even a leader himself. I don't know why he was captain, but moving
shouldn't
on,
even
sir.
be a captain.
Yeah.
Moving on. So now that
Should have
the
never taken it from
Champions League
Maguire.
group stage is over, and now we're on to the round of 16, we have officially the list of everybody that will be involved in that potential draw. So, as group winners, we have Man City, Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Real Sociedad, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, and Barcelona. Coming up as group runners up, we got RB Leipzig, PSV, Eindhoven, FC Copenhagen, Napoli, Inter Milan, Lazio, PSG, and FC Porto. With that being said, unfortunately, you two Chelsea guys, your team doesn't see success, so you're gonna have to pick somebody from the group winners to represent. But myself and Manny, since our team sees success, what I want everybody to do here is go through and pick your dream draw for your team here.
Hold up.
I'm listening. I'm
Hold up.
listening.
Did you just
Um,
say Arsenal see success like Man City? You know what? Continue. Anyways, the
are
team I picked,
is wait
I
wait?
wanted.
Are they not in Europe? Are they not also in the round of 16 that we're also about to play in?
Well, winning is what matters at the end of the day.
I understand
I mean,
that, but
we
right
won
now they're
every
making
game
money.
in the group. What are you talking?
Wait,
Except for the last.
wait,
Trophies,
wait, 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 wait. But right now,
trophies.
Right now, they're playing in Europe and making money. What are you doing? You're sitting at home doing what?
I'm just saying, like, success is
Hating on
counted in
us.
trophies. I just wanted to point that out real quick.
I mean,
Okay.
all I'm saying is some clubs are playing midweek football.
What's the
Some
point of
people are
playing
resting.
midweek football if you don't even win it at the end of the day? It just seems like
I mean, you won't even get a chance to win it if you're not in it. Like,
I mean, true,
you
but
have zero.
I just wanted to point
Your
out that
team has zero chances
you
this year.
tried to
Like,
mention Arsenal amongst the likes of Man
Listen,
City that
man,
actually
we
win
won our
games. Like,
games. Like, what are you saying?
you're talking
I'm
about.
just
Listen,
saying. I'm just saying.
you're
Like,
talking about trying to be the life of the party. Can you get in the club first?
It's literally just
You are
hate
for
at
the
this point.
club.
It's not even. It's just
You're
hate.
standing outside in the
it's
line.
not hating. Oh, look,
They're
I
not even in the
applaud them.
line. They're not old enough.
I would say they had a really successful group, but it's like saying they're a successful club overall, like when it comes to winning things that matter,
But
aka trophies.
We haven't won
That
anything in
remains
our
to be seen.
existence.
but in the
We haven't.
context of the conversation, are they not
Yeah.
successful being in the dance?
Oh yeah, definitely successful. Very
You have more
successful.
Premier Leagues than we do. You have more Champions League than we do.
Okay.
What else do you have more than we do? Club football? Do you have more FA Cups than we do?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, of course. It's when it comes to actual, like, talking about the facts, they have crazy amnesia. Oh yeah, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. I've never. I don't know what that is.
I mean,
The club is sitting on.
we have
We won
more.
all
I
our
mean,
group games in
we do.
style.
I don't
And
don't
this
really
is
want to.
wait.
I don't really
This
want
is
to get sidetracked.
this is
from
after
this,
not
so,
playing for 7
okay.
years in the Champions League. 7 years straight. We came back and we won all our group games. And you're telling me,
You haven't
yeah,
been in
oh,
the Premier League in
they
7
just here to
years, but
play.
you're a successful club all of a sudden because you won your group. So, but it's okay.
So
You're
what
right.
would you consider? What would you consider your club?
I said you're right. You're
You know,
absolutely
I'm
right.
asking you. I'm reverting the question. What would you consider your club?
A club that actually
Currently
wins
now.
trophies.
Huh?
A club that
You're winning
actually
trophies
won
right now.
something.
You're gonna win trophies this year.
I mean, we'll probably end up with the same
Okay,
amount of
that's all I
trophies
needed. It
like
wasn't a
last
yes or no
season.
answer. That's all I needed. You
So
got it.
yeah.
You got it. We'll probably you got it.
I mean, shit. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, niggas,
do you want to call it now? Do you want to call it now? I don't want to get dragged into this, but y'all probably end up.
You're just trying to
this season
set
again.
me up in a place that you're gonna feel like, oh, wait, you're not gonna set me up.
Nah,
We know where we're going.
you're the one that do
We're in
the
a
setup.
process.
I'm
We're
just
in a
saying,
process.
it's okay. Let's not get sidetracked here. Like what?
It's not
Okay.
getting sidetracked. We're talking about the Champions League that you're not in.
What is the
You're talking
dream
the most for
setup?
somebody who's not in the tournament. That's the craziest part.
I mean, you talk more than me, but if you want to keep going,
I'm
that's
in the
fine.
tournament. I'm in the Champions League.
Okay,
My team is in it.
Go ahead then. Where's your dream matchup then?
You know,
Actually, since we're here, go ahead, start up your dream matchup. Go ahead.
We like to play experienced team. We like to play the big teams of Europe. So take Copenhagen, please.
All right. So what's your dream matchup? What's your worst matchup? You can only go up against the group runners. If you don't remember the group runners are Leipzig,
PSG,
Eindhoven, Copenhagen, Napoli, Inter Milan, Lazio, PSG, and Porto.
It's either PSG or Napoli. Those are my worst nightmares.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, obviously, I'd love to see Copenhagen or Eindhoven.
I just hope they give you PSG.
To be honest, the worst matchup is PSG, and to be frank, I think that's the matchup I want the most because last year, what I said as we went on to the treble leading up in the group stages, and you can go back to all our audience members, go back to last season, right as we were entering. I said it on the podcast. I want no excuses at the end when we're lifting the trophy. I want us to take the hardest road possible, defeat all the doubters, and then lift the trophy again in success like we did last season. Last season we went through. I think did we go through PSG?
No, I don't think so.
I don't really think I don't think the hardest matchup for you would be PSG though. I think you beat them pretty comfortably. I think it'll be
bro. The way our defense is body.
Yeah, then we exposed that left back. That Gavidio, whatever his name is. They would
either him or Ake. Yo, they're gonna get exposed.
Man, all I'm saying is like PSG isn't doing anything to Man City. I think a tougher matchup would be someone like Inter or maybe like a Porto. Someone that actually a team that actually functions from top to bottom and that can deal on the defensive side and the attacking side. So I think
Definitely
I
Inter.
think PSG
Definitely
would
Inter.
be much tougher challenge for Arsenal, but against City, I don't think they stand a chance.
Okay. Time will tell. Time will tell. So,
That's funny. You
Shay.
know why I think that's funny? Because when we won the last game we played against City, right? The game before that, I think it was a tie, and then y'all won in penalties when we did the cup match or whatever. But
Yeah,
we've
something like
given
yeah.
y'all a fight till like 3 games ago. We've given y'all a fight, but he's telling me that doesn't matter.
Well, no, it's
Yeah,
it's matchups. It's matchups, not like personnel. I'm not saying that you guys can't compete with City. I'm just saying like it'll be a tougher matchup for Arsenal
I could
than
get that. I could get
than
that in
than
terms of
Man City
experience and
and
being there before. Yeah,
PSG.
I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right. So, Shay, since you're there, what team will you be representing here in group runners? You got
Like
Bayern,
a
Real
dream, a,
Sociedad,
a
Real
dream
Madrid.
matchup.
Who you
Well,
representing?
well, I'd probably stick with my pick to win it all, Bayern.
Okay.
Um, who would I like them to play up against?
Dream matchup and worst matchup.
I'll give Bayern the Man City route and give them Arbol Leipzig. You know that would be
And who are
you
we?
know
Your worst or best?
well, Bayern would not face Man City, but they would their worst matchup would probably be PSG right now. Yeah, like PSG probably on their day get ahead of Bayern right now. So I kind of want them to get the easy draw so they have time to figure their things out and my prediction comes through. Overall matchup I would really like to see, and this is not any type of hate, this is just off pure entertainment value. And like I'm sorry, man, your team be having bad luck in these round of 16 draws. At least when you guys were here last, and so like Arsenal PSG would be a great tie to watch. And
Bro, it
I
would be
think I
electric. It
think
would be
I think
electric.
I think that would be a very probably like literally the round of the round, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I would like to see that game.
So I just want to make
Saka,
sure I understand this
Mbappe,
part
and Go.
correctly, though. You're saying that Bayern would like to see Man City?
No, no, they can't. They
Oh,
can't. They
okay, okay.
finished first. I would say they would like to see a port to someone like RB Leipzig, and yeah.
I understand they can. I was thinking you were saying that despite that, that if you that's
No,
who
no,
you'd
no. I
wish.
said I said I will give them the Man City route, as in the easiest draw, like Man City always get.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay, 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 okay. Zach,
Been on Inter since the beginning, so that's what I'm sticking with. I think they're gonna.
okay,
Doesn't matter what team that they come against, they're gonna beat that team.
really.
I really
So
hope that team is Man City too, because they got to get their lick back at some point.
they're gonna get beat. Yo, listen, man. Matter of fact, I want to see that because Hanlan needs to go out there and show y'all that he can actually whoop a team, like he can actually whoop a team.
Look, man, they
Because
they don't have Lukaku up there to like be your 12th man, so yeah.
Lukaku came off the bench. I want you to understand that.
And he was your best player in that match.
Stop, stop. Our best player was Rodri, the man who scored the goal.
Hey man, bro made a go like a vital block, and he whiffed on the chance to score. So, yeah, hey man,
Well, that's
agent.
none of my business. That's none of my business. All right, so the Champions League round of 16 draw happens on Monday. So on next week episode, you'll definitely be hearing us talk about what fixtures we're looking forward to, predictions and all that jazz. And of course, at that time, we'll be able to see. Actually, never mind. I think there's a draw that happens every time, so scratch that. So we'll see. Make our predictions and go from there. Now moving on to Premier League, we had a heck of a surprising window this past weekend. So Where do we want to start, gentlemen? I mean, I know where I want to start, but I want to give you guys the option.
We can start from Chelsea.
I know you want to start there.
I mean, it just makes the most sense. I'm not even trying to be a bully.
No, you're absolutely trying to be a bully.
Yeah.
Is there anything really much to say on the pitiful state of Chelsea FC right now? A game that they should have won, they somehow managed to lose once again. Um,
So you're saying they
I,
should have won.
yeah, they should have won that game. They should have, like, at least on paper, our players, everything, our coach is better than Everton. Better.
From kickoff, you were the second best team. I want you to understand that.
No.
And
Well, yeah, I agree. I completely
if
agree. But like,
without the 10-point deduction, Everton would be above you. I just want you to understand that.
you're absolutely right. But once again, we that's a game we should have won, and we somehow managed to lose 2-0. And um, that's 1-0 for me in Poch's coffin, and that's really all I have to say on that.
So that L was on Poch.
Yeah, I'm putting it squarely on Poch because he clearly has no idea what he's doing with this team.
So okay, Zach, let me hear from you.
Yeah, I mean, this we didn't lose 4-1 again, but yeah, this was gonna happen. I said we were gonna lose to a Bournemouth, Everton, Luton Town like this. I said it. This is gonna happen because number one, injuries, so we don't have the actual players that are supposed to be there. Number two, Poch, because he's not. I thought that he would be the kind of coach that modifies his or tweaks his system to fit the players that he has available, but he's just trying to make like weird pieces fit in weird positions, and doesn't look like in our games we have a formidable game plan in every game. Yeah, so like that game is completely on Poch. Yeah, because there's no reason why Everton should dominate us for any reason whatsoever, you know? And yeah, just because we're missing Conor Gallagher, that doesn't mean that, that we have no energy from the midfield. Caicedo looks lost out there. Like Enzo doesn't look very good because nobody else is playing very good around him. I've played midfield. It's hard to look good if nobody else is playing well. It's kind of a team sport. So yeah, that's what it
Highlight
is.
of that game to me was Modric, though. I thought he was I saw flashes of him, maybe because I decided to pay more attention. But yeah, I'll say Modric was my only positive on. Oh yeah, and Palmer is a certified baller as usual. Apart from that,
Okay, yeah. So Palmer was the only positive take from that game. Number one. Number two, I think you guys are using Poch as a scapegoat here. At some point, we need to direct the fire at the players because all Poch can do is play what's available to him on his roster. So all he's doing is putting the best team out there that he can put. Now, you said just because Conor Gallagher is gone, he can't. Conor Gallagher is your glue in the midfield right now, and the reason he's gone is because that man can't stay disciplined. Now,
just want
Reece
to correct
James.
you guys real quick. Conor Gallagher started that game. It's the game before that he missed.
Oh, okay, my fault. So, all right, so Conor Gallagher was there. Now, Enzo and Caicedo. I didn't watch much of what Enzo came from Portugal. Is that the league he played in?
Yeah, I think he came from Benfica. Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't watch much of the Primera Division, so I can't say that I've seen much of how Enzo was before going to Chelsea. But I saw a lot of Caicedo last year, and I look at what's happened with Caicedo since putting on a Chelsea kit the same way I look at what happened to Hazard when he put on a Real Madrid kit. For what it's worth, they tried to do everything and above to put Hazard in the best place to succeed. And at the end of the day, Hazard was his own worst enemy. If you're not doing the work on your end, how else are you going to succeed? And when I look at the way that Caicedo is carrying himself since becoming a Chelsea player, I have to my only explanation is whatever he was doing at Brighton to make sure he was on week in, week out, and give us the performances that he gave us last season, he's not doing it at Chelsea. Whether that's on Poch, whether that's on the Chelsea's training staff for not really understanding him when they were doing the scouting and trying to replicate the environment that he had available to him at Brighton, that's a whole separate conversation. But at the end of the day, there's some responsibility you have as a player getting paid the money that you're getting paid to play ball. So that's that. Now I take that and I move over to Reece James. Guy, is it your diet? Is it your training habits? This is the umpteenth hamstring injury in the last 3 years. Like,
I think what well, first of all, on Caicedo, I definitely still do. I blame everybody and Caicedo for Caicedo. So yes, you're absolutely correct. But let's blame everybody else, including the ownership and Pochettino and the training staff and the
how does it
cooks and the
how does
people
Pochettino
down to the
blame?
people who cut the grass at Cobham. But let's move on. Reece James, I don't think that hamstring did he get surgery for it? I don't think it ever completely healed. It's a damn shame. I think we just need to shut him down indefinitely until it completely heals. If he needs
You know how many
surgery, let
times
him
you
get
him
it.
down?
Um, if he hasn't had surgery, he definitely needs to get that surgery. I also think he just overexerts himself. His body is not the same. He needs to change the way he's not gonna be the Reece James he was before. He can't just come back from hamstring and try to beat that guy immediately. I don't know what it is, but I'm willing to give him time to get
Fair
back to
enough.
what he
Fair
needs to
enough.
do.
All I wanted to point out is that that's his responsibility,
Mhm.
and you can't be blaming Poch for that. Now,
Oh no, I
last
don't,
thing
I
I'll
don't
say
I don't blame
before
Poch for that. Definitely, I can't
last
blame Poch for a player that keeps getting injured. That's
fair
not.
enough. Fair enough. Now, last thing I'll say before I toss it over to Manny, Mudris, you said that was in your opinion, that was your only positive take from the game. Me, I'm just seeing a lot of flash, but no end product, and end product is what you need in the Premier League. You can dance around all you want, but if you're not putting your team in a position to actually finish at the end of your amazing moves, what's the point? And oftentimes, I think his like it's good to be talented and have confidence in yourself, but I think at times he can be a bit too overconfident because there's plenty of times when he has a simple pass on, but he wants to take on defenders, and it's multiple defenders at a time. So that was happening quite a lot in Everton. In fact, he lost the ball a lot and put Everton in quite advantageous positions on the counter attack.
No,
So
no, no, no. I think he needs to keep doing exactly what he's doing because he's
I,
trying things and he's driving forward and he's crossing it in. That's all I'm
I,
asking. I want him to continue playing. He has to play himself into that form we're looking for, because it's better than Modric receiving the ball and not using his speed and trying to pass.
can
He's a
do that. I'm
winger
not saying be
who
a bit smarter
dribbles
on when you choose to
and
go.
drives at. No, let him keep doing that. Let him keep doing that. He's gonna get it right eventually. Like I like to see someone try and be positive and drive forward. He literally cooked Ashley Young so hard that he had to go off. But unfortunately for Mudryk, the
It was
replacement
downhill
was
from
much better than Ashley Young. So
there.
that was the only thing. And so like Modric, I don't really buy into that he should do anything different. I want him to keep becoming the player he is, and that's who he showed me, using pace to beat people and trying to create on the inside. I think he needs to take more confidence and try to score himself too, because I saw a lot of ball recycling, people trying to, give the ball to other people and expect them to do something. But I saw Modric at least, being the driving force on that side the entire game. So Modric, that definitely a plus for me for Modric. Definitely, like
Fair
I
enough.
love.
Fair enough. Manny, your take?
I I mean, in regards to Modric, I've been like the guy, like from when Arsenal was, but when Chelsea got him, I don't know what happened, but I feel like they either took him back a good amount of time, or they like restricted him, or they told him not to play how we would normally play. I don't know what it was, but they figured out how to stunt his growth or his development. Um, but apart from that, the rest of the team, the midfielders, I honestly think Caicedo is gonna come in a form. It takes time to in a big team, and Brighton was a good team, but it's not Chelsea. At the end of the day, Brighton is not
Fair
Chelsea.
enough.
Brighton is
Brighton,
nowhere.
Brighton do have a better team and a better coach,
Yeah,
and
right now, but I'm saying in terms of like
In
hierarchy,
a better position.
status, the
it's
whole
yeah,
like
yeah,
the name of
yeah.
Chelsea itself, Brighton is not. So he's coming from a place where like it was, we're making a name for ourselves here. We're hustling, we're hustling. Now he's on a team where like everybody has a name here. Like you got to really outperform to stand out type of thing. You can't do like regular because everybody is not like on this. You got to like really really put in. I think in time, and then when you guys get eventually your team set, people return from injuries, things of that nature. Because again, he's dealing playing as a midfield like Zach said, it's not an easy thing. One, two, if everybody around you that's supposed to be your quote unquote starters keep getting injured, you will never find rhythm. You
So
could
here's the
find
thing.
like you you
So
get
I
like
just have one question.
yeah.
I just have one question for your take, right? The other team that was very very interested in Caicedo was Liverpool. Now my question to you is, if he went to Liverpool instead of Chelsea, do you think he'd be given this same level of performances?
No, because the players around him are perform or the players around him in Liverpool are performing. They were like respectfully, it wouldn't give like an outstanding performance off it because I forget the guy that Liverpool just got in the midfield. He's
Alistair,
Endo,
he's in this
Endo,
yeah,
Szoboszlai,
yeah.
and
Endo,
He scored a screamer. He's doing his job, but it's not like he's performing crazily week in week out. Like some of his
Endo
performance.
hasn't picked up. Endo hasn't been able to pick up the Premier League speed yet. But that's not something that would be an issue to Caicedo because he played in
Caicedo,
the
yeah,
Premier League.
that's what I'm saying. But like, even when he plays, when the guy handle plays, he's not doing anything significant. Even when they win here and there, he's not doing anything. But he's because of the people around them are covering for him. The Trent or whatever that's supposed to be Reece James for Chelsea. Trent has been stable. He's been healthy. Has been. It's not been like he's gone through 7 or 3 different left backs in 4 months. He's not going through like everybody that's starting has been the same people starting for Liverpool. So for Chelsea, it's they've not like that part. I personally can't tell you the actual starting 11 for Chelsea. I can't confidently tell you because it's always fluctuating. So that part is hard. They're gonna have to have like a lot of patience. But I
Right.
personally feel like he would get into it. He would get into the rhythm of things in time.
That's why it's even more on the coach because that makes my point. Like you can't how are you going to put on the players when no player can get any continuous play time because of for whatever reason. So that's not the player's fault that they can't get continuous
I
play
mean,
time.
I don't think that's the
Yeah, but it's
manager's fault.
injuries. It's not the manager's
You
fault.
got 40 you got 40 contracts on 5-year plus contracts. 40 players on 5+ year contracts.
first of
Everybody
all,
got to get play time.
that's just straight up false. We don't have 40 players.
I
We
mean,
have
I'm,
a
I'm,
very
I'm exaggerating, but
we have an
you
entire
have way
squad out
more than you
injured.
should. You have way more than you should on long-term contracts.
You're speaking
We
of
have an entire team that's injured though.
that's what
We have like
he
13 players injured.
Well,
he
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's having trouble with choosing a standard 11 now, and you have players out. Imagine when everybody's healthy.
like we bought every player to actually start. No. That's how you're coming. Like, oh, you have all these. No, not all of them are meant to play high minutes. Not all of them are meant to even play at all. So that's what I'm saying. The players that are actually supposed to play are injured. It's very hard to win games if your starters are injured. All right?
Every
Can we?
Premier League team has the
I just
same
want y'all to
amount
remember
of
this
players
because when we
registered for a
had this
Premier League
issue
season.
at Arsenal, I'm gonna keep coming back to it every time I can. We had this issue at Arsenal. No, everybody was saying we choked, we choked. It's very hard to win when you're starting or done.
You had
When you're
You had one starter injured
Manny,
though.
and that's not
don't look to me.
important. And as
I'm
a
very
defense
consistent.
man,
one
it's
You
Manny,
player.
don't
have
like
look to me. I'm
one
very consistent.
starter injured versus a
You have
whole
okay.
team
Yeah,
out.
you got you see how people change is crazy. You have when we've had injuries in the past. Y'all have been the ones that's told me you're just making excuses. You're just making
You
excuses.
have not had an injury crisis
one
even
player.
similar to what Chelsea have been going through to the
Not even
past 2 years.
close. We've been the
Not
most
even close. Come on now.
since COVID. We've been the consistently remained the most injured team in the Premier League since COVID. Fine.
Like Jesus wasn't injured when we bought him last year. Like it's okay, bro. It's okay.
Jesus
It's
was
okay.
injured earlier this
Look,
year. To matter
No,
of fact,
it's bro. It's
name
calm.
have
Also,
name
remember,
have name.
Arsenal is the same.
all star
Manny.
players have been injured in critical moments when it mattered.
But
We
Manny,
have 12
Manny,
games left for the
I want
season.
you to
We're
name at
we're
one
number
point.
one. And our star
At one
defender
point,
that's played the whole season gets
No,
injured. And you're telling me it's just one guy. And this is on our
he
rebuild.
missed 12 games.
It doesn't happen.
bro,
It doesn't happen.
bro,
It doesn't
bro.
happen.
I want
Like,
you to name at one point where you had an entire team worth of starters injured.
this question for Matt. Just wait.
I'll get it for you.
Spurs
Just
has
a-
more injuries than Chelsea right now. I just want to point that out.
Just
Who?
a quick question for Matt. Just a
Who
quick
has
question.
more injuries?
Spurs.
Spurs. All right. Just we're talking about Arsenal right now. All right. So
No,
the
they
Jesus is injured, right? Is he back? Is he healthy now?
He's got injured twice. Yeah, he's been back. Yeah. But you guys are saying that it's when you guys have injuries that it matters. When he was injured is what I'm talking about. Not when he came back. When Reece Jim came back, he was, and then he got injured again. The same thing has happened to us. Like,
No, but what I'm
bro, we started.
You're acting like Jesus had a major long-term injury that had him
We
out for like
did. We
several.
bought him. We
How
bought
long
him.
was his longest
All right,
injury?
To be
he came
fair,
in
No,
for the
to be
let,
fair,
first
he
no.
missed
What,
half a
now
season.
we have to look. Now we have to look
To be
this
fair,
up.
he missed half a season.
Bro, like, what are they saying?
He missed half
Let
a
me see.
season.
Our star striker that we bought for him to make a change, the number one, that was our priority that we bought, was out for half the season. And they're
Okay,
telling me
you had one player out for 6 months.
Why-
to
Okay,
announce
yes,
a leader is
that
one.
has an impact.
And this is one. Yeah, it's calm. Y'all got it, bro. Y'all got it, bro.
I don't want to look, Manny.
Like,
But can you say like two? Okay, Gabriel and Sali, Gabriel and
I'm not critical to the Arsenal
Jesus.
team. Who on the Arsenal team at that time was going to replace Gabriel?
I'm not
Saliba?
saying they're
Jesus
not
was back.
critical.
Jesus was back
Manny, I'm not saying they're not
You guys have
critical to your
options, and you
team.
guys have great options.
I'm
You
not
just
saying they're not credible to your team. I'm just saying you did not have 13 players out of
those
13
starting
players worth of
players are not
starters
going to
out.
win you the Prem. Whether you like it or not.
Well, let me tell you the
You're still gonna need subs, which is who's standing now.
Wait. Can I start, Matt? Let
What
me
are
tell
you saying, bro? I'm telling you. Okay, yes, it was, but there's a difference between two players missing an entire team.
Let me
Hold
actually
on.
name the players. All right. Let me tell you the players.
Go ahead.
Chilwell, starter, right?
Mhm.
Reece James, starter.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. With everyone, I need time to respond. Okay. You said Chilwell. Chilwell was not getting minutes. Continue.
No, he's a starter. Thank you.
He was not getting minutes. Continue.
He's a starter. He's not
He
a
was
starter.
not getting minutes. Port was not playing him. Continue.
Process never played Chilwell. What are you even saying?
That's what I'm telling you.
That's what I'm telling you.
He has never played because he's been injured the entire time.
No, he's not.
No.
Okay, all right, whatever.
He had all preseason to play around, and he preferred Cucurella. Coming into the season, Cucurella was starting. I'm sorry to tell you that.
And Chilwell was good.
It's the truth. Now continue. It's the truth.
What are these
Continue.
guys talking about?
Who's our starting left back? Who is our starting left back?
His name is Cucurella. He's been starting for you.
That's-
Cucurella started the season for you.
And it ended last season for them. What are they saying?
You're absolutely right. Move on. Next topic, please.
No, next topic. I was saying you could your list. I want to respond to. Go. Continue. The first was Don Chilwell.
Our
The next.
interpretation is very different. That's why we're never going to come to any kind of agreement here. That's why I'm saying it's fine. You're right. Let's carry on. Next topic.
All right. Last thing. All right. Last thing we'll discuss. Match of the weekend, I think, was Aston Villa Arsenal, because that was a bargain burner. I tell you something. Both teams really went at it. really more so Arsenal than Aston Villa. Aston Villa really had a great start, and then after the fact, it was almost one way traffic with Arsenal. But Aston Villa battened down the hatches and really gave them something to fight for. And every time they had the opportunity, they made sure to remind Arsenal that they were still as dangerous, and that second goal could have come at any time. Now, in my humble opinion, I think one of the key reasons why Arsenal was not able to come out on top on this is because of their actual star striker, Gabriel Jesus. I think he spends far too much time participating in the build-up, and I think while it works, while it
This is
works,
so funny.
while it works for most games in real tight matches when you need somebody to stay up in that 6 yard box and get you to score. I personally don't think Gabriel Jesus is that guy. Many, the actual Arsenal fan, might think differently, but I can only speak from having him at Man City. And while he's great for majority of the year, when times get tough, backs get tight, palms get sweaty, and it's real goal time, he's just doesn't find himself to be the one at the end of those in those positions to really score, at least in my experience. But that's where I'll leave it. So, Manny,
So
you can go ahead.
so again, when he played for, I don't know what his role was when he played for City. Was he like your main go-to guy to score, or like when he came on?
Oh yeah,
he-
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, he was the main go-to guy. So
That's
this was
not his job at Arsenal. It's to score, yeah, because of the position. But
yes.
we're not like, oh, we need you to score every game, because he does way more for us
Hmm.
without scoring.
I agree.
Like all the people that are scoring, we have like almost 5 players in double digit scoring because somebody's working, like somebody's connecting either the left wing, the right wing, the center attacking mid. Jesus is running his butt off. Obviously, if we had a proper striker in that
Hmm.
position, we would definitely be more of a heavy threat. That's why the rumors of Ivan Tony and friends are come. I still don't believe that, but that's right. We would have a definitely heavy threat. But the guy that that's there right now, he's doing his thing. I personally think we should have won that game. It's just we didn't put our chances to bed. That's what it was.
Me personally,
Odegaard,
I think that
Odegaard
final,
had
I think that
well,
final center forward position is that thing that you need to
oh yeah,
get
no,
you right over that last hump. Get you
and
right
I
over
don't
that
think
last.
Ivan Tony is gonna. I think Ivan Tony is like a rental because they're gonna try to get him on loan if they do get him. But the summer, we're going for who we really want. We need one more CDM, we need one more defender, and we need one striker.
Okay. Zach, what are we thinking from your sides here?
What was the question? Sorry. Just
Oh, your take on why Arsenal lost this game and didn't get through?
because it's Arsenal, man. Like, I
Oh, that's
mean, like,
crazy.
yeah, this I don't know what, you know. Same old Arsenal. One player gets a knock. Oh my God, we can't. Oh, you know, same old. It's no surprise. It's no surprise that they're please free Eddie Nketiah. I mean, I'll take him.
That
Shit,
guy's a baller, man. I
free
love
Eddie
this goal
Nketiah.
that I saw.
I'm
They
not
kept
gonna lie. Eddie Nketiah in this Chelsea team, he
Like,
definitely have more goals than Jackson. I'll tell you straight up. He probably have double the goals Jackson has.
stop it. Calm down.
Yo, come on now. You know me. He'd
Free,
probably have double the goals. He'd probably have double the. Yo, have you seen some of the finishes that you
free
seen the last hat trick he had back in the Premier League, bro?
Nketiah from the Arsenal bench. Okay, he should be benching Gabriel Jesus. That is my take.
That's cap. That
Nah,
is the
that's cap.
worst take of
That's
the
cap.
night.
That's cap. That's cap. That's
I'm
cap.
so sorry. What? When Jesus was injured for half the season last year, it was Eddie that was trying to carry the team, and Eddie wasn't carrying it. He was trying, but Eddie wasn't doing wasn't even half of what Jesus was doing.
I mean, he did good enough. He did good enough to get a song after him, But
He was scoring consistently though.
Yeah, in the Europa League, yeah, he was doing that, but he wasn't. It wasn't like goals that were helping us to win the games.
But they
It
were
was like
I,
one.
I think he like I agree with you. He wouldn't he shouldn't start for Arsenal because you guys
He'd
don't
kill us
really play an out and out striker like that.
because we
But
don't have one like that.
yeah, because they don't
Like
start like that.
because you don't think Nketiah is that guy, I guess.
Bro,
I think he's pretty good from
please,
what I've
please,
seen from him.
please. If you're comparing strikers, look in the Premier League at the strikers, right? Look at the defenders in the Premier League. When you cross a ball in the air and a striker is going to head the ball, you think Eddie is winning 90% of these or even 70% of these? He's not. That's the reality of it. That's why we have to play on the ground.
So I have a question.
That's
I have
why
a
we
question.
can't
I have
do
a
what a
question.
lot of team can.
So I have a question. I have a question, and I think this the answer to this question will be serious. Dominic Solanke, or Eddie Nketiah?
Eddie Nketiah.
I think Nketiah, bro.
Close.
I
I
rather
haven't
have
watched
Eddie
so I can't say
Nketiah.
nothing.
Solanke needs to do more. I haven't seen enough.
Yeah, I
And
haven't
Chelsea
seen
cut him
anything from
loose
him.
too.
I've seen his One Piece celebrations. Those are pretty good.
Oh my God. Wants to be Luffy.
But he hasn't done enough. I think in critical moments when he's like thinking like a young striker, oh, I'm just gonna like, don't think about it, just use a little skill, use this. No, there's sometimes, Dominic, you need to think about how you're gonna finish before you go into it. And that's just the thing. But he has everything else. Size, speed, he makes some
Eddie
good
Nketiah is a better finisher.
Eddie Nketiah only has, to me, he has speed and he has a lot of body feints.
Okay, so here's another question.
And he's gotten a lot better at finishing.
He
That's
Here's
is-
another
it.
question.
He doesn't have strength. He has
He's-
some type of strength, but a lot of defenders,
he
a lot of
looks-
defenders outpower him every time.
But defenders will underestimate him, and that's when
They don't. They literally beat him down. That's
Now,
why
so-
Eddie when if you watch Eddie's game, when Eddie goes to get the ball, you know how Haaland bodies up the defender and gets the ball to feet. You know how like people in other teams, Callum Wilson, all these people, they do that. They get it to feet. Eddie can't get it to feet like that. He will get run over every time. He has to run at the defender.
Yeah.
And
So I got
on
two
the
more. I
fly.
got two more. I got two more. And you mentioned one of them. I got two more. And you mentioned one of them. So first off, right? Dominic Calvert-Lewin or Eddie Nketiah?
Eddie
Still
Nketiah.
Eddie
Yeah,
Nketiah.
I'll take Eddie over Dominic.
Really?
Okay. Callum Wilson or Eddie
Name-
Nketiah?
I'm taking Callum.
Callum
I'm so sorry.
Wilson.
I'm
The
taking
other
Callum.
two you mentioned are bums compared to Nketiah.
Bro, you can't.
But I'm listing off starters here. I'm listing off starters here. So like,
Callum,
Still bums.
actually, Callum has.
Yeah, Callum is a starter, bro. Callum can finish header. Callum gives defenders hell.
has been starting. And you both of you have been saying Eddie Nketiah over for the most part, and I agree. Callum Wilson for me, it's a 50-50 opposition, but depending on the day, I might lean over Eddie. So I'm bringing up this to say,
Callum
you
Wilson.
know,
Put it this way. Compare Callum Wilson and Eddie Nketiah from the games you've watched. Which striker, even without talking about goals, just from striker defender positioning, which striker has given defenders the most problems from what you've watched?
Oh, Eddie Nketiah.
I will
it's
say Eddie.
Callum. It's
To
Callum.
be honest,
Callum.
As
that's
an
why I
Arsenal
say
fan, I'm telling you, it's Callum.
that's why I say it's 50-50 because they
Like when I'm
give-
saying physical fights, like when I'm saying physical, not like he's dribbling them or running past them. When I'm
But
saying
that's what-
physical fights, like just straight physical, it's
But that's what I
Callum.
was gonna say. Callum Wilson is definitely more physical than the Nketiah. But your question was who's given who's
Yeah, I
giving
didn't word it
trouble?
right. I didn't word it right. When I say who's given, I meant like a physical battle, like a actual when Saliba goes against Haaland, when that kind of setting, that kind of
You can't take away from Eddie Nketiah's strength if he
No,
doesn't have
Eddie
the strength,
Nketiah
that's
is
why his
good.
body
Don't get
feints
me
are
wrong.
available.
He's phenomenal. He fits in what we got, but we need somebody better than him. That's somebody that could finish a cross. Arsenal does not cross.
I think that's
That's
more
a
due to
problem
your-
in the Prem. You
I
can't
think that's
win.
more due. I think that's more due to your
How many
guys.
goals? How many goals? How many goals does Haaland have from crosses?
I
You
think
have
that's
two
more due
phenomenal
to your.
people in each
Well,
end that
I
could pull.
mean, since
KDB
Havertz
could
has
cross.
arrived,
Your guys.
I've seen him
KDB could
score
cross.
couple headers.
Silva could cross. Walker could cross. Arsenal is a good crosser.
I think
Again, I feel like that's on Martinelli and Saka because
I
we
think
don't know.
there's nobody
Martinelli and
that
Saka are not
crossed.
crossers. Your crossers are not the wingers.
I think
That's what I'm telling you.
because they don't have anybody to
Marcus
cross
is
to.
discussing here. What did Marcus say? What about those two wingers that we have been overlooking? Marcus,
They don't cross. They don't cross.
Because the assignment is not to cross. Who are they crossing to?
There's
So,
no
but
one.
that's what I'm saying. You
But
don't know,
I've seen
you
them
don't
cross
know
the half
that
court
Nketiah. I mean,
successfully.
we know Jesus doesn't finish off crosses. I mean, I know from my time with Man City with all the crosses we have available. But we don't know that Nketiah can't finish crosses because
I
I
do
promise
because I
you,
watched the practice scenes
okay,
and they record it in practice.
They don't
well,
practice in the game.
I feel like they don't cross
We
at
don't
all in the
question
game.
again because it's not our game plan because we don't. Again,
That is what your problem is. You keep looking at practice tape. What did I say about practice? If you move
if Arteta fully believes that Nketiah could make finishes in the Premier League against 6'2" defenders, Arteta would let them cross.
I saw Chelsea
And he's
practice.
not winning anything against who's the center back of
So
of
so
of,
so
uh,
so like
of Newcastle. Is he anything that's gonna beat Thiago Silva into the ground? He's just gonna speed past him. You're not gonna body Thiago to get a header. You're
I
not
don't
gonna
I,
My
body
response,
Van
my
Dijk to get a
response to
header.
that,
You're
my
not gonna
response to that
body
is, my
like come
response to
on.
that is Bernardo Silva has scored headers off crosses for us. That's all I have to
And
say.
wasn't any mass space. He wasn't like he was fighting the defender for it.
I'm struggling to
That's neither here
understand.
nor there.
I'm struggling to understand what exactly is like we're trying to debate here.
A
What
striker
are we
should be able to
debating here?
finish.
I'm debating whose responsibility it should be on Arsenal to score the goal. So from Manny, what Manny said is it's not Gabriel Jesus, but Gabriel Jesus is the starter. Got you. Perfect. Now, when is Saka gonna
That is a
ascend to
good
that
question.
Salah level? I'm waiting.
When is they've been hating on Saka since he came in the league, bro, and
You know
every
what? You
season
know
is
what?
outperformed.
Where's
Look,
goal coming from? Unless Saka becomes Salah overnight, I don't see y'all getting. That's why I said Arsenal ain't
You
going
know
nowhere.
what? You know what? We'll save
honestly, I
this.
have
We'll
to
save
ask
this.
a question though. Like, where are your goals supposed to come from? Because it's
Thank
not
you.
Jesus,
Right now, our
it's
goals are
not
supposed to come
Havertz.
from every single person in the attacking force. It's not just main one person. When y'all talk about y'all teams, when you look at Man City, you say
Okay,
goals are supposed to come from Holland. When you look at whoever Darwin Nunes and Liverpool, goals are supposed to come from. For us, goals have to come from Odegaard. They have to come from Martinelli. They have to come from Saka. They have to come from Hedley or Jesus. All of them have to produce, unless we're not
And
going
with
nowhere.
that,
If only one of them,
I don't think
we're
that's
not going
a
nowhere.
I don't think that's
So
If
sustainable
we if
too.
we had a Holland,
I don't think that's sustainable.
he wants to be. His team
If
wants to.
I don't know.
So
it's
Matt,
sustainable because
I
we've
don't think
done it
it's
every.
okay
We did it
to
last
like
time. We're
look at
doing it
your
again this
starting
year.
striker and say, "Oh, we don't want you to score goals." Because
so this
No,
is
I don't know.
I'm not. Okay, you guys keep taking everything to like when I say like
No. I'm just saying, like,
yes,
if
when we
you have an attack, like, if you can't
compare the
like point to one
position,
person,
compare the
if you
position
say
though.
it's supposed to be shared, okay,
Yeah,
I can understand that. But like, I'm just saying, like, you guys need somebody that you can point to and
yeah,
say,
and we're
"That's
working
our
on it.
guy."
But you also got to know when we said the process. That's why a lot of people don't know what's going on with us. Like y'all don't know what's going on. Y'all just when we
that's
said the process eventually involves having a startup team with a striker, a main striker.
what's going on. It's
How
just
long did you sign Jesus for?
y'all trying to be
Um,
nasty
60 million.
No. I said how
and
long?
also
I don't think it
a
was.
year
I
and
don't think it
change.
was. I think it was 4 years, maybe 4 or 5.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, he's not in. And the thing is, everybody else has gotten a long term contract. Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka. Jesus' name has not come up for a week. I mean, he just signed, but still, with people who just signed, they'll still, oh, he's looking long term. He's not in. I'm telling you, he's process 5. He's not part of it,
I
All
mean,
right,
this is only year
and he's
two for him,
definitely
and
on
we've
his way
already
out.
extended him.
but more to the point where we started this whole section, y'all lost that game because y'all did not finish your
Yeah, we
chances,
didn't finish our chances.
which is
Absolutely,
like
that's on us. That's on us.
a
I
great
All
mean,
right,
argument.
and that's where we'll leave it. If you've been with us this long, as always, we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for listening. You can catch us on the next episode next week after this next round of matches this upcoming weekend. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, family, all that good stuff. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
thank you.